Hello, Expand Dog. How you doing, dude?
Gave us like one.
So, Steve, I don't know if have you seen this wackadoo we found called Rudyard yet?
No.
Oh, you haven't seen it?
Oh,
No, but you know,
Steve.
I have been catching up on a lot of the people that you guys mess with. So I'm caught up on Rakita Law and on DarksydePhil. I didn't know
Rakita Law.
There's like 4-hour deep dives into these people on YouTube, and I don't sleep much, so I was listening. You know, I know all about DarksydePhil and his fundraising scams. My favorite is my favorite.
Go on, Steve. Tell us your favorite. Tell us your favorite. He's a dirty.
Did he ask you to pay for his state income tax and then ask for more money to pay the income tax on the new money?
Steve, tell us your favorite Phil scam. Which one is your favorite?
My favorite was when he did a fundraiser to get the state taxes that he owed, and then he got that, and then he went back to the audience. He was like, I got a problem because now my income went up and now I need more money to pay
more money.
The money.
Get him.
He's a bum.
No, I feel bad for him though, because if that guy was such an early adopter into streaming for games and he was getting millions of views, and now look at his views, it's sad.
No, but you don't understand, Steve.
But he's a survivor, though. You got to give him credit. He's like,
he's
I
a
get millions of views, and now I'm streaming with PPP for 1,000 views and $27 in donos. You know, like he's a survivor.
He's a survivor. So back in the day on Twitch, like it turned out like the average person on Twitch got about 26 cents or 50 cents a viewer, right? DarksydePhil makes like $58 per viewer. And it's just like they call it pignosis, Steve. So they call him
the 10 viewers to have a good night.
They call him the pig roach, and he operates what's called pignosis, where he tells everybody how poor he is. He's on the verge of homelessness. They're going to take his house. They're going to take his car. My favorite, Steve, was that he was going to be forced to eat lunch meat sandwiches. He's like, "What do you guys? Do you guys expect me to eat lunch meat sandwiches?"
Wait, what?
That's worse than the meatloaf.
Wait, what do you mean?
So you don't know this one, Warski?
No, I don't know
the lunch. Reduced to eating lunch meat sandwiches.
Yeah, one of Phil's complaints was that he needed more donos because otherwise he'd be so poor that he would have to resort to eating lunch meat sandwiches, and that just won't fucking do. So Phil needed that money. Now, Steve, have you heard of where all the money goes? Because Phil makes like $200,000 a year.
Didn't he spend like tens of thousands of dollars on a wrestling mobile game?
That's right, Steve. Yes, he did.
And then he said he wasn't playing that, and somebody caught him. And then he said he sold the account and that's somebody else. Yeah.
So I was trying to get him.
I
was trying to get him to ask to it again today. So on the wrestling show, we now have a segment called Grill Phil, where every week I grill Phil about his various scams and lies. And this week on Grill Phil, we grilled Phil about his WWE Champions lies, where yes, he admits that the account was him. And yes, he admits that he spent tens of thousands of dollars on it.
But then he sold the account, so he doesn't have access to it anymore.
Except it's against the terms of service to sell the account. And with the amount of people that would be reporting him because of all of his detractors and haters or trolls or what have you.
So it's still his account.
Yes, and also it wasn't listed anywhere on any of the sites that do sell these accounts.
Wow.
And he's like, well, then it changes. I sold it privately.
Yeah, I used to have a friend that's like him too, P, because I had this friend that would spend like tens of thousands of dollars on like Spawn and Marble, real Todd real expensive figurines.
Oh,
and they were
man.
all over his house. His fucking house got foreclosed on because he didn't have the money to pay his mortgage one month because he bought too many Spawn figures or something.
Well, they are pretty cool. Those McFarlane toys are sweet, buddy.
They're
Come
really
on.
detailed. Yeah.
Like his father,
Oh,
father came over and I was there, and his father's like, "You ought to start selling some of this stupid shit, so I don't have to loan you money to pay your mortgage, you asshole." And his dad was like this old crotchety guy.
Now,
So
we can really prove it beyond any shadow of a doubt that it is Phil, because first of all, it's on a 3,000-day login streak. So for the last 3,000 days, it's been
10 years. That's like 8 or 10 years.
Yes, for one. For two, it just so happens that said person who owns the account is playing exactly when Phil stops streaming every day.
That. It's always when he's not streaming.
At the
He never
moment
plays when he's streaming.
Stops fucking streaming. It's immediately, active.
It's Phil.
Well, maybe I'm retarded, but how do you spend tens of thousands of dollars on a mobile game? Is it like
No, you're not
purchases?
retarded.
So
he's retarded.
So, Steve, you don't
or is
understand.
It pay to win or in-app purchases, or like how do you spend that much on a mobile game?
Hogan pulls.
You have to pull for Hogan. See, are you familiar with the concept of a loot box in a video game?
Not very
Okay,
much,
so
no.
basically it's like casino gambling, but we can target it to children. So what it is you get like random cosmetic items, but you don't get to buy the ones that you want. See?
It's like in a pack.
You can only buy it's like card packs, how you would buy booster packs
or
of hockey
Pokemon
cards.
Imagine
Magic,
Pokemon.
Magic.
You want the
stuff like this.
Charmander, right? So you buy a million packs. He buys the wrestling packs.
But instead of getting physical cards, you get digital pictures of wrestlers.
That's pretty.
And there's different versions of them, like Zombie Hogan.
There's Zombie Hulk Hogan. There's Ghostbuster Hulk Hogan. There's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Hulk Hogan.
And this dork is buying all of this crap?
And it's $100 a pack.
Oh my god! And I could think of such better things to do with $100. Go to a
Eventually, we managed to get Phil to admit he was playing the game, and then I got Phil to start playing the game on live stream, but it was on a different account.
He's got an old account, yeah.
So he created this new account where he was dumping thousands of dollars on live stream into the card packs. It was funny because for years he said he never played. But the moment he started playing on live stream, he knew every single aspect of the game, how to maximize the pulls, how to maximize the XP. Normally, he doesn't know anything about anything or any video game, ever. Even though it's his job to be a pro gamer.
He's dropping all this money and then he's crying to his audience that he needs money.
Yes.
Let me put the phone down,
he does.
you dumbass.
Oh, but he needs... Okay, so all of the money goes to three things. Scopely, the mobile game for WWE. DoorDash for him. Because
so he's lazy.
Yeah, well, he's been a professional gamer and bagger for 15 years, so that goes without saying. And it also goes to Total Wine. So it actually, his bank leaks came out. So
that's right, because of the bankruptcy, right? And he had to declare his expenses.
It wasn't even the bankruptcy. Some fucking psychopath actually hacked his bank account.
Oh man!
To learn the truth, Steve. They actually are so demented.
Oh my God!
They broke the fucking law. They're fucked in the head. The people that fuck with Phil are fucked. To the point where I almost feel bad for Phil. Like, you know what I mean?
I felt bad for him when I saw what kind of views he used to get, and then I checked it on his channel, and I was like, wow.
Steve, some guy was so obsessed with Phil. Some guy was so obsessed with Phil that he tracked down Phil's wife's sister. He went through the trouble of courting Phil's wife's sister to fuck Phil's wife's sister and post evidence of it online that he fucked Phil's sister-in-law.
Oh my God, I thought the UFO nutters were nutters.
Phil, okay, Steve, here's one more. We'll just a couple more and we'll move on. Steve, these motherfuckers hate Phil so much. A guy got hired at Comcast in the area where Phil lives specifically so he could fuck with Phil's internet.
When he was
So
streaming?
Yes.
Anyway, so he
So
was streaming
so,
and then pull it?
Like, the employee at Comcast would actually like unplug his internet and turn it back on and like power trip. So like they've got him bent over. Like they'll pretend to be like employees of like the city to get access to his house.
That's retarded.
And they'll take pictures inside his house and shit.
That's
So they
insane.
learn the layout. This is the stuff that they do to fuck with
Jesus.
Phil. And so like it's no wonder the guy has become like a full-on hermit that never leaves his house and shit. Because like, you think he's like paranoid, but if you actually learned that there was some guy fucking with your internet, like the employee at Comcast, you'd probably
just to mess up my show.
Probably go a little bit fucking nutty as well.
Twisted.
That's
Could I
twisted,
show?
yeah.
I gotta show you one thing here. One of my favorite things that he's ever done. He reviewed Final Fantasy 13 back in the day. Okay?
Oh my god!
But he reviewed it. Watch this.
Okay, what is up, everybody? DarksydePhil here, and welcome to Release Day Unboxing for Tuesday,
You hear that?
February
stream.
11th,
Oh yeah. Hit watch stream.
Yeah, I got it.
2014. And before everyone says
Is
what
that
on
like a
earth is
smoke
going on,
detector
you
now?
probably
No,
hear...
his entire apartment has a fire alarm going, and instead of waiting for the fire alarm to go,
He's
he
still
does
doing
the
review.
entire review with a fire
smoke
alarm
detector.
going off.
An incredibly annoying, high-pitched, droning sound going on.
I
That
saw
is the
this
fire
before.
alarm in my condo.
Wait till it goes off, you
insane?
dumbass.
Facility.
Oh,
The
man.
best
And the
part.
problem is,
Oh, yeah,
he
yeah.
never
called
actually actually opens the box.
It's called unboxing. Never
And he doesn't open the
opens it.
box. Yeah.
So at the end, it's like,
Oh.
I never
look, where's
liked Final Fantasy though. So
I like
don't
Final
know.
Fantasy. I like some of
I
them.
love
but
you.
Every time I saw a
All the
Final
new
Fantasy
ones
game, it's like,
sucks.
oh, I'm not doing anything for 6 months or a year. They're so long.
Yeah.
Finish that
I
shit.
like
It's
them,
too
but the
long,
new ones
Steve.
are the new ones
Yeah.
are fucking garb. But also my other favorite one is where he makes cup noodles, right?
Oh yeah, I saw some of these. This is so
You saw-
pathetic. I like he had a cooking show. I'm making eggs and bacon. How exciting.
But he
And
uses
he pours the bacon grease
He
down
uses
the
the coffee
toilet.
maker.
You
and
lose-
makes a fucking.
It's not even boiling water. It's like it's too crunchy. That's my favorite shit, dude. But let's get into what we are here. So,
Oh
Ralph.
no, I really want to bust Phil's balls for another hour and a half, 2 hours.
By the way,
I'm just
Fat
ripping on Phil.
Thriller has gifted 25